Well, hi there, Andrew Bell today, coming to you from this amazing block of 5 apartments at Boonah Shores at 1453 Gold Coast Highway, Palm Beach. I'll give you a little bit more information about the apartments in just a moment. Now, generally, the real estate market builds slowly into a rising market, yet most commonly, a boom real estate market comes to an end from an X factor, an event that no one saw coming. And that just comes out of the blue. A collapse in the stock market, a global financial crisis that was triggered by a collapse of Lehman Brothers, and so on and so on. It's rarely a slow motion event, and it usually moves fairly quickly. Everyone's looking at this COVID-19, which seems to have come to us out of the blue from nowhere, yet the events have unfolded over a longer, slower period, giving people a lot more of a chance to analyse what's going on. And so, as we look at that period of time, we see we're approaching a very important stage in this post-COVID-19 period. And there's some real trends that are starting to emerge. Before going into that, this is a really good news story. This brand new, never lived in building was part of an RSL prize home. A block of 5 fully furnished apartments made up of one near 2-level penthouse apartment and a 3-bedroom apartment, and then 3 2-bedroom apartments. It is right in the heart of the hottest market on the Gold Coast, namely Palm Beach. Palm Beach is known to maintain its natural stunning beauty with a brilliant, relaxed lifestyle, yet meters from the beach and central to so many wonderful lifestyle choices. The prize winner will not be living in the apartments and therefore has put them up for sale with an expression of interest campaign closing on the 19th of August 2020. Inspections are on this weekend between 9:30 and 10:30, so please feel free to come along and have a good look at these apartments. They may just be what you're looking for. Now, continue looking through this building as I just touch on some of those looming factors that will have an influence on our real estate market moving forward. Currently, buyers are still very active in the marketplace, and this is evident by the surge in buyer searches on realestate.com, which are now up 72.5% from the lows experienced at the end of April 2020. It is, of course, also reflected in the strong sales activity that we're seeing right throughout the Gold Coast property market. The big challenge for buyers over the past 12 to 18 months has been that there have been very few properties listed for sale, but that could be changing. There are currently limited signs of any distressed sales coming through the market. However, mortgage payment freezes and other government stimulant measures will come to an end at the end of September, and we're already starting to see a percentage of households in mortgage stress reaching 37.5%, which equates about 1.4 million households. It suggests that as many as 100,000 could soon start to see some default on their loans. We're also starting to keep a close eye on unemployment levels, as that could trigger a debt servicing problem and lead to some more forced sales down the track. However, typically it takes 2 to 3 years for stressed households to either sell up on their own volition or to get foreclosed. So we can expect perhaps some of those higher numbers yet down the track. We'll watch those unemployment levels closely. We are, of course, very hopeful that JobKeeper will do the trick, as it's been tapered down and not withdrawn entirely. And so that'll be a big help to allow people to drip feed off that dependence on both the government support and some of the bank deferrals. We do not expect to see the pain of COVID reflected in mortgagee arrears reporting by the banks until perhaps the final quarter of this year. Now, another wild card is what appears to be a second wave of COVID, with it being, of course, predominantly in Victoria. Now, that's the engine room of the Australian economy, and it's a really worrying feature of how quickly we can get back up and running as an economy while that's hovering around. Keep a close eye on that. We are moving at a much slower pace and not seeing any immediate significant changes. Stock levels are still low, although there are some early signs that they're starting to rise perhaps in the next month or so. And of course, buyer demand remains rock solid. The next 6 to 8 weeks will be a crucial time to see how both those factors play out. I trust you've enjoyed looking through these amazing apartments. There's no better place to be buying on the Gold Coast than Palm Beach. And I strongly recommend you get down and have a look at these, as they are the most realistic sellers you could ever imagine, and they'd like to see all 5 apartments sold by the end of the expression interest campaign. Details of Jackson Paradise, our marketing agent, is on screen now. Feel free to contact him for a video and information memorandum and all the details that you'll need. Well, that's it for this fortnight. We've enjoyed a most spectacular period of weather through the central winter month here on the Gold Coast, and just reminds us why we feel so privileged to be living in this part of the world. It truly is breathtaking. Let's be super careful. We don't want to see a second wave come through into Queensland, and I'm trusting all will be well in your world. See you in a fortnight's time.